They're women from over 80 countries to compete for who will represent the world. And at this year's 63rd annual event, for the first time since the 1950s, Miss Colombia was crowned. And the newly crowned Miss Universe, Paulina Vega, joins us now. Hello!
How are you? I liked when you said Miss Colombia.
It was a little sassy.
Yeah, I know. I like it.
Because you're a little sassy.
You think so? You think so?
I definitely think you're a little sassy. And it's funny because you have a journey of lifetime coming up. You are going to get to do many things that you have never done before, will never do again. One of the things you're doing for the first time is playing in the snow.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's my first time with snow. I've been to New York, but never with this weather. And I'm so excited to travel the whole world. My first trip is going to be to Indonesia and then Dubai. And they probably Colombia, so I'm very excited.
All right, so this is going to be the first and last time you see snow, perhaps in your entire reign.
I hope. I don't want snow.
You don't know either?
No, I'm addicted to the sun. I prefer the sun, for sure.
Well, you got very lucky. If you love the sun, Miami was the perfect place for Miss Universe to be held. It felt like home, but it had to be surreal when you were crowned. What was that moment like? You've been gearing up, and you actually are called out as Miss Universe.
I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it. I like see the crown. People, you can see it. And I'm like, this is mine. This is mine, really. This is mine. It was like I felt relieved. I felt calm because it was like mission accomplished.
What's amazing? I love that. I love that whole experience. And we're looking at this crown, and what's interesting for me as someone who knows a thing or two about pageants, and we'll get to some other people who know a thing or two about pageants as well, this crown is very unique. It's very heavy, first of all.
You think so?
Yeah, considering, I mean, the Miss Universe crown changes way more often.
Yes.
Yeah.
So. This is new. This is the New York's skyline. It's very modern. It's very, oh my God, it's beautiful on camera.
It is.
Yeah.
And so it's the New York skyline. Miss Universe has the New York skyline.
It's my hometown. So it has a pretty message, but for me it's not that heavy, you know.
Well, right.
I'm like used to the crown because of the Miss Columbia's pageant.
Yeah. So we get there. You get the New York skyline. This is now your hometown.
Yes.
And Donald Trump is now your boss.
I know, right?
What's
for me,
that like?
it's great. For me, Trump is very, very funny.
He's very funny.
He's hilarious, and he's got a style. I like that.
What was the funniest thing he's done with you so far?
I don't know. It's like how he acts. Well, he bought me a hoodie with Trump Tower. You can read Trump Tower. So yeah, that is funny.
So that's what your coat is, right?
Exactly.
It's your nice warm coat. So the only way that you can keep from freezing is by putting on the Trump Tower hoodie.
Exactly.
Well, when you began this journey, was this the first time you'd ever competed? How long was your journey to Miss Universe?
How long? Well, I prepared myself the whole year of the Miss Columbia's pageant. Then 1 month later, when I gave my crown in November of last year, and those 20 days of pageant, I was really concentrated and really focused on, showing what I really want to show about my country.
So before the Miss Columbia, you call it the Miss Columbus pageant.
Yes.
So we have it all wrong, and so I'm saying Miss Colombia with my sass, but you're like, lady.
Miss Colombia, yeah.
It's like that's just clunky.
I'm trying to be American, and you're trying to be Colombian.
I know we got to figure it out. We'll come to terms somehow.
Exactly.
But was that your first pageant?
Yes, my first pageant, exactly. Maybe after the Miss Universe pageant, I'm gonna compete for the Miss Galaxy. You know. You don't know that?
Oh, no.
No, I'm joking.
I didn't know.
I'm joking.
They do have a Miss Galaxy pageant, right?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, no. And I want to bring in some people who know all about Miss Universe, Miss America, Miss Galaxy, and Miss who knows what. We have two members of our community joining via webcam. Can't wait to talk. Jennifer Pitts McKenna, a former Miss Virginia USA in my mind, and Miss Virginia America, who crowned me back in 2003. And we also have Johnny Dietrich, a fitness trainer and pageant coach of Fit for the Crown. Oh, hello, Jennifer. I got to start with you.
Hi, Nancy.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you? It's so nice to hear your voice again.
It's so nice to not only hear your voice, but to see you. Okay, here you two ladies are both in the Miss Universe system. You're Miss Virginia USA, and I know you have a great question for Paulina.
I do. Felicidades, Paulina.
Buenas tardes. How are you?
Wonderful. Thank you. I wanted to ask you a little bit about your home country. So many people around the world view Colombia as a dangerous place to visit. But I was curious, as Miss Universe, how would you change that perception?
Well, this is a perfect opportunity to say to those people that they are wrong. Colombia is now in a whole different point. We have changed the whole perception. Our economy is stable. We are a secure country, and the only thing that I can say, the most important thing, is you can go to Colombia and nothing's going to happen. And you can call me, and I can be like a tour. I can give them a tour, and it's going to be fantastic.
Oh, this is great. So now, Jennifer, hey, look, I know you like to travel. You have a great travel guide to go to Colombia to see what it's like. What's interesting is, do you think it's a coincidence this year, just a few months ago, Colombia said, we are hitting hard on the war on drugs. We are taking this seriously. Do you think there's a pattern here? Like they're saying we're taking it very seriously. We're taking action against the fact that we produce almost half of the coca in the world. And then here you are.
I know, but like I said, Colombia, it's in a whole different point. We are in the middle of the peace process. So if we gain that I'm sure that we are going to gain that, that is going to be over, And I think that it's not only Colombia's fault, but also the other countries are the ones that buy those kind of things. It's like a teamwork, not only Colombia, but of the whole world.
It's absolutely. And so here's the thing. Do you feel like you're kind of in the Miss Universe interview with these questions?
I know, right? Like at the final question, like, oh my God, and I don't have a translator.
Yeah, you can't have a translator.
I'm alone here. I'm alone.
Was there something in the interview where you were just like, I think I completely did not understand what they were saying?
Oh, yes, of course. Well, in the private interview, so I can understand everything in English, but some of the judges of the preliminary had a different accent, like a British accent. So when they asked me some questions, I was like, again. But it's because of the accent.
Oh,
so sometimes it's difficult. But I try.
It didn't seem to hurt you, but it's not just about the interview. Johnny DJK, I know you want to talk about other facets of the Miss Universe competition, right?
Yes, ma'am, I sure do. It's great to be here. Hola and bienvenido a New York.
Gracias.
Yes. All right, so I work in the fitness industry. I have a company called Fit with a Crown, and we really focus on a healthy body and a healthy mind. So I was wondering what went into your swimsuit preparation for your swimsuit body, and also if you think that the swimsuit competition in Miss Universe and Miss USA and Miss Columbia, if it's relevant and if it's a healthy body image standard.
All right, so let's start with question one. What went into your swimsuit preparation?
Well, I always like to have a healthy life. I love to exercise, so it's really easy for me to have be healthy and be active and be full of energy.
All right, here's the thing. You had to cut out a couple of things when you're preparing. What have people been giving you ever since the Miss Universe pageant ended and you were crowned?
You know what?
What?
Rice Krispie.
I mean, I can't.
Oh my God!
I walked in the makeup room and there you were with the Rice Krispie in your mouth right there.
And a big one. No, I must stop. Really, I must stop.
It's super fun. Well, it's interesting when we're talking about the Q&A. We're talking about the language barriers and the things that people say. One of the questions offered at the Miss Universe pageant was, if you could, would you do away with the swimsuit portion of the Miss Universe pageant? You weren't asked that question.
No.
But what would you do if you could say yay, nay, swimsuit?
Yes, I would say no, because that part of the pageant for me is very important to show to the world different beauties, different types of women. We are all beautiful in different ways, in unique ways, with different sizes, different colors, different heights, different anything. But each girl was beautiful. 88 girls, beautiful in a unique way. So I think that it's like a great platform to show that to the world, to show that the diversity, it's beautiful.
Well, it's funny you say that, because one of the more unique, beautiful candidates this year was the fourth runner-up, Miss Jamaica, with her short haircut. Yes. And there were audible boos when she was made fourth runner-up. The fact that Miss Jamaica should have won was trending. Did you have communication with her? Did you talk with her about this?
No, after that, but at the rehearsals, I related with Miss Jamaica a lot. We just joked around the whole time. And I think that it was a shock for some of the group of the auditorium that she didn't get a better position. But I think that, you know, just the fact that we are representing our country in this kind of platform as like the Miss Universe, it's great, it's a privilege. We're all winners, and I think really that being a first runner-up of 88 girls, it's great, and it's an honor.
It is an honor.
And I'm happy for her, and I think that the short hair, it's beautiful, and she's so elegant.
Do you think you might try that during your reign? Do you think you might chop it off to see what?
Maybe, but I think that Miss Jamaica has like a prettier face. I think that the shorter hair is better than her. I don't know, that kind of risk, I don't know.
Oh, it is a risk, but I think you can pull it off, and she definitely pulls it off wonderfully.
Thank you.
You said you were joking around with Miss Jamaica.
Yeah.
You had to have at some point had a couple of laughs about the costume competition.
Of the costume, oh yeah, why? Why did you say?
It's one of my favorite parts. Johnny, Jennifer, don't you agree? It's got to be one of the best parts of the Miss Universe competition.
Hands down.
I love it.
Hands down.
All right, so
It's to show their creativity.
it shows your creativity. We always wonder, is it as part that, does it make a difference who wins? Is the costume competition part of who might become Miss Universe?
No, I really don't think so. I really think that it's the whole point is to have a costume that is, I don't know, big or like scenic, you know, beautiful, different. I don't know. And
Definitely
that one
different.
is, oh my God.
I mean, there was Miss Canada.
Yeah,
definitely. She had the hockey pucks that went around the world. Everyone loved it. And there's you. What was your costume? How was this representing Colombia?
It's all handmade. The work was hard, and it's handmade, and it shows the Colombian talent. So I think it's great, and it's also beautiful, and it fits me right. So I feel like really beautiful and secure, and mostly important that I'm showing the talent of my country.
What's your favorite part of the Miss Universe competition?
My favorite part, I think that the process of the whole thing, getting to know the other contestants, you know, being in another country. Well, I was in Doral, so I felt really like I was in Colombia, so I was really lucky. And just know another cultures, having fun with the other contestants. The rehearsals were great. When you make mistakes, so you can only laugh and do it again.
What were some of the mistakes you made? Full disclosure, in the swimsuit portion of the televised Miss America competition, I actually tripped and almost fell. So you make mistakes. No matter how hard you try, you have one shot and one shot only.
Yes, I know.
Were there any mistakes that you made that you felt like, oh my gosh, did that just cost me the Miss Universe crown?
I never practiced the catwalk before the final. So when I did the runway, it was my first time, so I was really nervous. And I had this big accessory in the swimsuit part, so I was a little bit nervous. And I felt like in some part of the catwalk, it like gated, so I was in my feet. But nothing happened. And you know, the most important thing is to have fun and be secure.
Jennifer, can you only imagine not practicing the catwalk before you go out there and then going on to win the whole crown?
Tell me about it. I think you have a natural gift for this, Paulina. And that's what I wanted to kind of ask you, was there anything that surprised you while you were there at the pageant, or in some way did you surprise yourself?
Repeat me because I didn't.
Were there any surprises?
Yes.
Or in some ways, did you surprise yourself? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted you to answer that question,
Yes.
but it did make me think, because Miss Colombia hasn't won in over 50 years. Did you think you had a shot?
Well, I was very, like I said, concentrated because my country hasn't won or won this pageant 56 years ago. So it's a big deal, and my country really loves pageants and really supports the Miss Universe pageant. So for me, that was like the most shocking part, that I won.
I know, it's so great for your country. They support and love this pageant.
Yes.
And they haven't even won. Oh, who knows what it's going to be like after this. And it's not just people who are currently in your country. We have a fan in Colombia, native Jessica Botero, who sent a video question for you. Let's see what she has to say.
Paulina, felicitaciones, en verdad, qué orgullo. Not only I'm proud that you're from Colombia, but that you're from Barranquilla and from the Deutsche Schule. You know, so many people don't even know about our city. What would you like people to know about Barranquilla?
Well, oh my God, the video. Thank you, Jessica. Muchísimas gracias por ese video y qué nostalgia que me presenten este video justo en medio de esta entrevista porque me siento muy americanizada, pero bueno, un placer ver y que what would I say about my city? I think that Barranquilla, where I was born, and Sofia Vergara and Shakira, and that's why
And
it's very famous.
don't forget your judge, Nina.
Oh, and Nina
Garcia.
Of course,
Yes.
that was a shocker.
Did you not know that when she was judging that she was from your city?
Yeah, like one day after, one day before.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay,
it was
so
exciting, but
what
I
would you-
think that it's tougher, you know? She
Yeah.
was like very tough.
She wanted to make sure
But
you were
she's
going to
great.
represent your people.
Exactly.
They were going to be.
Exactly. She was like more strict, I think.
All right, so what is it about the city? Because obviously there's some incredible talent, some incredible women.
Exactly. I think, well, my city, Barranquilla, it's very important for my country because all begin in my city. The airplanes, the talent, the people. My city was the door of everything. So it's like the start of all the history of my country.
I love that. We also have some viewers who are asking questions. Rona Barrymore wants to know, what country are you most excited to visit?
Well, my second trip is going to be to Dubai, and I always wanted to know Dubai. So it's really a dream come true.
Well, these are just so many things that not only you couldn't have imagined a few years ago, but also perhaps your family. You have 7 brothers and sisters, right?
Yes, I have 7 brothers and sisters, a big family. The whole family was on the pageant since day one. My parents and my little brother and my little sister, they came in the same airplane than me. They were a little bit exaggerated, but it was so much fun to having them in some events, and they were cheering me up in every event, very excited. My father was so nervous. I felt the tension on stage. I saw some glasses, and I knew that it was my father, and he was very nervous, but now he's very proud.
Well, he's very proud. And do you think that there might be another sibling who might get into the Miss Universe system?
No, I don't think so. The only one that has the age is my little sister. She's 20, but she's in another whole thing.
Well, if they do, they definitely have a role model. They definitely have someone who has gotten through it and who can walk them through difficulties, because there are always things that can trip you up, that can be difficult. For example, Miss America Nia Sanchez got flack for her response during the Q&A. Now, the question was, if you were given 30 seconds to deliver a message to a global terrorist, what would you say? And she said something along the lines of peace. But, I mean, that's a difficult question to answer. What on earth are you supposed to say?
I know, it's a very difficult question, and it's a very delicate subject, you know? So we have to, be careful in what we say, but I think that the best thing is to give our opinion, and that's what Nina said, and I support her, you know?
Well, when you're looking at this and when you're looking at these questions, and you have to be careful what you say. Before you competed, this was your first year, did you have to kind of scour your social media? Did you have to look at your Twitter and your Instagram and your Facebook to say, okay, is this what a Miss Universe looks like?
Oh, yes, before I competed? Yes, of course. I saw the whole year of Gabriela, I saw the whole year of Olivia, of Leila, of all these beautiful women that really did a great job. And yeah, I'm looking forward to also do a great job, because for me it's not important only to have the title, but to do a great year and set a great example.
Well, Sofia Vergara is super excited that you won. Do you think you guys will be hobnobbing and hanging out anytime soon?
I hope so.
There needs to be like a Colombian.
No, I really love her. I think that the people know her not because of the beauty, but because of the personality. I think she's hilarious. So I hope I can meet her in the future. I hope so.
Well, we are glad we got a chance to meet you. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to talk to you. And I love your accent. You can say it again, Colombia?
Colombia.
Oh my God. You say it perfectly.
Can you say Martinsville, Virginia, which is where I'm from?
Again.
Martinsville, Virginia.
My God, it's so American.
That
so
is more southern.
Difficult.
Yes, we
Yeah,
we can continue our conversation about the different dialects and accents off air. But right now, I want to thank everyone. Thank you, Johnny and Jennifer, for asking your questions. Thank you, Jessica, for being a homegirl.
Thank you
recognizing
very much.
your person.
Bye.
Make sure all of you watching, keep on commenting, and stay here with HuffPost Live, where the conversation always continues.